Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday once again, and it is that time. It sounds ominous. Brazilian athlete breaks world record. How many is a Brazilian? Well, you're going to need to stay tuned and find out right now on The Morning Laugh.
Good morning, human beings, America, England, whoever's watching our show. This is your exclusive content to watch stupidity in the morning. This is your moment. So I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the cast of The Morning Laugh. Let's start off with Mike James, who just introduced everybody. What's up, man?
Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. Today is all about me. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go over to Brian Kohatsu, who's here.
What's up?
And I love that your name says I know Chris Wineland.
Oh, I don't know how that happened, but I do. So I get free coffee and free things.
Hey, are we
Happy birthday, Chris?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love that. That's the mandate this morning. I'm appreciating. Do we have somebody else? I believe we do. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the great Josh Novi. Bringing him up. What's up?
Oh, hey. I also know Chris, but I'm too lazy to put anything in my name. So, welcome to my life, guys. Turns out I'm very selfish.
What? Yeah. I love how it just got deep and
Yeah, sorry
weird.
guys. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I didn't know.
We sent that memo out. I'm pretty sure it was in triplicate. So, anyway.
Man. Happy birthday, Chris.
Full
Thank
house.
you.
We're all finally here for the first time.
Yeah. How long has it been?
It's been a month, I would say, at least, since we've all been here.
Yeah, since we've all been here. So.
Oh yeah, together in one spot.
It is that time of year where we all gather for Chris's birthday, and we put up the Chris tree. It's a Chris tree.
Sacrifice, and then we all chant around a fire,
Right?
And then that's how Chris gets to live another year. It's a tradition.
Yeah. Well, Mike's wife celebrates today as a holiday, so my birthday.
Yeah.
Correct? Am I right?
Well, normally in the past it's been Toe Cramp Day, and that is July 12th. However, this year she had surgery on her face, so she's celebrating face surgery day. I think today or somewhere near today. I don't know what it's planned.
I knew I was gonna get cut. I knew it. I could feel it.
Another national holiday is born.
That's right. How is everybody? Before we get into, of course, the most important subjects of the world, what every news channel is talking about, mac and cheese ice cream. But before we get into that, how's everyone doing?
Man, I am tired. Can we just talk about that? I'm tired. I know that you guys aren't, but I'm not good.
Josh, it is Tuesday afternoon. We're pre-recording this. Why are you so tired?
I drank a lot of chamomile tea, and it just puts me to sleep. This is not pre-recorded, just so people know that you're watching right now. This is live right now. Yeah. What time is it? 6:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Josh has been bitter.
I'm very
ever since the show started.
It's so no, I just so if and here in Arizona, I don't know why. School started yesterday, July 21st, a full month before anyone else even thinks about going to school. We wake up our kids, but here's the thing: I don't care about my kids. What I do care is that they sprung it on me. We just got an email and I was like,
they sprung it on you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They have to go to school.
Yeah, it was like on Monday.
Sprung it on you. Like, here's what we're gonna do.
I like how also they targeted you like a truancy officer called you. It's like, this year your kids are gonna have to go to school.
Listen, we need to you're responsible for some reason. This.
Well, I remember I'm with you, Josh, because I remember back to school season. You'd walk into like Walmart as a kid, and you'd see back to school season, and then that means that like fall is right around the corner. Like Halloween costumes are next and everything.
Yeah.
But I walked in, and I'm like, "What's this back to school section here at Walmart? It's July.
Yeah,
it's July."
Yeah, I found out on Monday. My kids were going back to school yesterday, Wednesday.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm with you.
That's why I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed in Arizona, and I love Arizona except for that reason.
You're not mentioning the fact that the kids get out of school here in Arizona like in late winter.
Yeah, Arizonians, you know. They don't go to school very long.
Well, so they do this thing called modified year round, is what they do. So they take away a month of summer vacation and then they sprinkle it in across the year.
Oh, right.
For the kids, and it's you know what? I don't know if it's better for them or not, but I just know what I want.
I think the main reason is so they can the school districts can save money on air conditioning costs.
Yeah. Probably true.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, Josh, we're with you. We're praying for you. We're thankful that you made the stretch. You got in traffic and you drove all the way to your living room to do this show.
I drove all the way here. I got in my rascal scooter. I hit people on the way here. They might have been my children. I don't know. Who might have
probably were. They probably were. As you guys know, it's my birthday. I'm super thankful for you guys saying happy birthday. Thank you.
I wore this shirt. I wore this shirt for you.
I wore a shirt for you.
I could have worn a t-shirt, but then I thought, I'll put a collar on just for Chris's birthday.
just to reiterate, everybody, it is Chris's birthday, and I think we should all celebrate. That's right. Happy Chris birthday.
I appreciate that.
Happy birthday.
Happy Chris birthday. You know,
it's like happy Chris birthday. Like he's like a Russian like mobster who doesn't quite know how to speak. Happy Chris birthday.
That's actually a message from Victor, I believe. Happy Chris birthday. My tiger is right here.
Yeah,
not my tiger though. Not my tiger.
I was going to get you a tiger, but I don't know where you get those.
Well, I'll just tell you guys. I know that we're kind of doing it up, but we don't have to focus on me at all. I'm a very humble person, kind of shy and everything. So we really don't have to do any of this.
If you're listening, Chris is putting on a green sash.
Yeah. It's weird that this is Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I grabbed what I could grab,
Put a little discount sticker on.
Why does it say Miss Thursday Morning?
Hey, I competed, okay? And I didn't cheat, and no matter what they say, there were no enhancing drugs in my system.
Well,
there was a little bit.
In your defense, you did go up against Josh, who wasn't quite awake at the time. So
and he refused to wear the evening dress.
That is true. I have to adjust this.
Let's see. So, Chris, you're 31 years old. Is that correct?
I am. I'm 31.
31.
You're the youngest one on the show here, and I just guys chime in here. You guys all remember when we started the show and Chris was just a baby. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We used to take turns holding him so we could talk about about the newest Batman movie that was coming out.
Yeah.
And Chris is always talking about, I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They made a live action of it? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Remember we used to go to Fazoli's afterwards and we get them the kids special? Remember that was still a thing?
Yeah.
Oh man. So many years together, guys.
I think we should just make Chris a little more comfortable and bring back his memories of his childhood. I love you. You love me.
I did grow up with that. I did.
Chris,
my circle before I met you guys, my circle was everybody that was younger than me. So they called me the old guy and the grandpa. That's always been my nickname. and then I meet you guys, and you guys are not. I will argue this. You guys are not significantly older than me, and yet
one of us is
I
literally
feel like a baby. What?
One of us is literally a grandpa. It's and you can't be like, oh, they called me grandpa. Then you go and you hang out with grandpas, and you're like, I don't know, I feel young here.
No, you guys aren't. You guys are young,
Chris,
but yet
Chris,
you believe
so
that
young. You're young only because every time we go out, you're like, "Can I go to the bathroom now?" You don't have to ask us; just go.
Yeah.
Do you need
That's
help?
true.
What's going on?
I also asked you
in a
guys
restaurant, Chris, it's inappropriate to yell "wipe" from the bathroom.
I don't see the problem with it. I don't see it. Yeah, every time we're around or every time we hang out, there's at least one reference that gets thrown out that I've never heard of, and I just have to go. Sometimes I just laugh along, and I know you know. I know you all see it. You're like, Chris has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, sometimes it's something that obviously you wouldn't know, but like other times, it's like very normal things. We'll be like, you guys remember President Reagan? And you're like, who?
Yeah, sometimes it's like we'll be talking about something and we'll be like, how do you not know what the Cold War was?
Yeah.
How have you never taken geometry? Is math that different now?
It is.
It is. How do you not know that people used to not wear masks all the time? How do you not know that?
Well, I for sure want us to move on to other subjects, but while we're in this little conversation,
but while I have the attention on me,
while I have the complete attention and light on me, I woke up this morning. My chair was decorated in happy birthday decor. If you can see behind me, there's a sign that says happy birthday. And my wife, who's also my comedy writer, she's my co-comedy writer. I also write.
Funny. That's why.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
just so everyone listening knows, she wrote all of this that he's saying right now. Go.
I don't say a word.
She writes all my
her.
material too.
Yeah, she writes all of our stuff. So, yeah, no, she's great. So she wrote me a roast, and it was sitting on the chair, and it said like, read if you want, you can read this roast during the show live, but don't read it beforehand. So it's like, oh boy, okay.
Okay, Chris. So you cannot scan ahead as you're reading. You read it word for word as it comes to your brain.
Yes. Okay, I'll do my best.
No hesitation. No, like, oh, I can't read that part. No.
Okay.
You just read it. Here we go.
You guys cool with it then?
Oh yeah.
If there's any words you don't know, sound it out. We'll help you.
I like how she wrote it on cue cards.
She did. She wrote it on cue card. This is fantastic. I'm very impressed. Wow. I don't know when she did this. We went to sleep at midnight. I was like, man, I got to get up in 5 hours. I don't know where and when she was able to do all this stuff.
But I think she did it last year during the pandemic. So
yeah,
if there's some references from 2020, don't be surprised, guys.
Oh, there's stuff on the back too. That's great. Okay, here we go.
All right. Don't let us see the back. It'll ruin it.
Oh, true. Okay. All right. Chris insisted upon being roasted for his 30th birthday, but because of COVID and the fact that Mike James is Chris's youngest friend, gathering wasn't really an option.
I'm a high risk group. I'm in the high risk group.
That's great. So today, on his 31st birthday, I, his wife, Micah, have decided to have him read aloud this mini roast because apparently Chris's head isn't big enough. It's true. That's true. One thing that makes me so happy about this roast is that at least his 3 fans are here to witness it. You guys truly mean so much to Chris, the funny one, the annoying one, and the other one. Thank you so much for helping Chris laugh through life when no one else was. Literally no one else, not a single person. This is great. I've never been roasted while reading. Seriously, though, one of my favorite things about Chris is his modesty and humility, despite him asking me to throw him a massive roast party, complete with a 3-course meal and everyone talking about him all night. Aside from all of that, he's always been a humble person. So much so that when I have Yeah, I'm trying to
sound it out.
When I asked what he spell it out, well, so much so that when I asked what he did for a living, what he does for a living, most days. Oh, when people ask, okay, hold on. So much so that when people ask what Chris does for a living, most days Chris responds with "I have no clue," which is true. I don't know how to respond to people when they ask. I don't want anybody asking for a joke. Another great example of Chris's modesty and determination is his heart for this morning show that I cannot for the life of me remember the name of. That's perfect. Every Thursday morning, he wakes up so early to hop onto a Facebook Live show where almost always one host is dead asleep, on camera or off. And 2 of the 3 live viewers are his mother and my mother, which is accurate. Chris, you always said one day she would be watching you from home, and wow, look how far you've come. That's true. My mom is watching me from home. I'd like to conclude with this because I know it must be difficult to roast yourself, even though you do it every day with your fashion choices. That's great. Chris, no one will ever top your tenacity. I appreciate that. You're ambitious and driven, and you've done so much by age 31. You wrote for late night TV. You wrote a book. You performed in national television and even filmed a pilot episode for a show. Oh, man. You're truly inspiring. Now, if you can learn to put the toilet seat down, you'll be a perfect 10. That's it. Happy birthday. Oh, I appreciate it.
For those of you listening, you can't see this, but Chris is sobbing right now.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Barbara Walters moment.
That was very funny. Very good.
Thank you to my wife when she watches this later.
Thank you, Micah. That was great.
Yeah, that was great, Micah.
That was great. Yeah. Can you can you just have her write all your jokes from now on, because that's way better than
I know it.
Anything you've come up with. So
Chris is having his Barbara Walters moment, and Barbara Walters was a woman who was on ABC News. She was,
Thank you. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. I don't know if you guys have ever had the chance to watch the Drew Barrymore show, talk show that existed. Maybe it still does. We don't know.
I watch it when I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, okay. I have a friend who's a producer on the show. So I feel he seems to enjoy the show, but it's not good. Anyway, there was
is it a podcast or is it like a TV? What is that?
It's like a daytime talk show. It's a daytime talk show.
Drew Barrymore. I didn't know she had a show.
Oh yeah.
It's not great. I tried watching it. And what's crazy is they did like a birthday show, and that was going to be like her high ratings and stuff.
Anyways, guys, I just want to say that our new sponsor, the Drew Barrymore daytime talk show, just sent me a message and said that they are canceling their sponsorship. They were going to give us millions of dollars, but thanks, Chris.
Do shows sponsor shows?
Good Morning Laugh with Chris Wineland.
That's
how many? That was perfect.
Yeah.
If I could stand up on the desk, I would show you something.
That was a really, really good impression. All my point is that they just had her kid do a video and they animated the kid as like a bear or something. And the kid was just like, I just want to say happy birthday, Mom. And then she sobbed on the air for like 5 minutes. I was like, you live with that girl. You live with her. And she's animated. That shouldn't make you cry.
I love my daughter because she's so animated.
But yeah, that was awesome to get roasted. So thank you so much.
All right, bring in the video, guys. Bring in the animated video.
Yeah, really.
All right. So you guys want to talk about subjects, or you want to talk about other things first?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, it's your birthday. Yeah, you're the man of the day.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
Joining us, Chris Wineland is 31 years old today.
Yeah.
His wife just roasted him via himself.
She did.
Via himself.
Hard to explain. Go back, watch the replay. Listen to the podcast.
It's hard. It's hard to believe that Chris is like today. Chris turned 31, and then in 10 years, Chris will have been dead for 8 years, and it's crazy to think about.
So wait, are you saying I have 2
I
more
love
years
this
left? I'm
coffee.
bad at math. I
He's just
appreciate it.
projecting.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about mac and cheese ice cream. What's the deal with this?
What's the deal with mac and cheese ice cream?
It's
You
a
got
real
the mac.
thing.
You got the cheese.
Yeah, the cheese.
What
You
other
got the
ice
mac
cream?
and cheese.
So what was it before? There's mac and cheese cereal or something. What did we talked about a mac and cheese thing
There
before?
was something a few weeks ago.
Oh no.
Our first show there was the pink mac and cheese.
Yeah, pink Valentine's Day mac and cheese.
Valentine's Day mac and cheese.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
in the day. Yeah.
This
Anyway.
is not that.
Yeah. So let's see here. Mac and cheese ice cream.
Okay.
It is made by Van Leeuwen. Anyway, apparently it's very hard to come by. It's cheesy, it's creamy, it's warm and buttery. Oh, one more thing. It's not an ice cream flavor. But that's how they advertise it.
They're the ones who make that jalapeno honey ice cream.
Yeah.
They're always trying things.
This one says it's cheesy, it's funky, it's salty, little sweet, very creamy and buttery. What else can we say about it? That's what they said. Literally.
What else?
What else can we say about it's ice cream.
You want to get backed up with the runs?
Here's a quote.
Ice cream.
Well, here's a quote. We are living in the last days. Is this a terrible idea? Absolutely. Should this have been made? Gosh, no. This comes from a mind of a first grader.
Well, here's my thought. I agree with that, because I always think anytime you hear about ice cream flavors like this that are just random, I'm convinced that the person who had to come up with a new ice cream flavor woke up and was like, I forgot to do any of this homework. So then he's just like in the office and they're like, well, what do you got for us? And
He
he's like,
just goes looking through the pantry.
yeah, he's like looking. He just great. He needs a prop. Okay.
They've been working all
mac
night on
and
this.
cheese. And they're like,
all night. They're sitting in their kitchen and they suddenly wake up and they go, mac and cheese ice cream.
they have to take their kids to school in July, and they're like, we don't have time to think this through.
It's like that. Is it the Brian Regan bit about the guy that came up with the map song on Dora?
Yeah.
Like they're like, hey Brian, you got you're supposed to come up with a map song. Let's go ahead and hear it. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
So I think, well, first of all, I got to say, Micah did a great job with your roast.
Thank you.
The morning is very difficult for all of us. It's very early here for us. It's difficult to get up at 5 a.m. to prepare for the show and then record it at 6 or to broadcast it at 6.
I thought
but
you were going to entertain.
Today I feel a little more awake because my nose hair trimmer battery is very low. And if you've ever experienced this, it's instead of zzz, it's this. Zzz, that's what that sounds like.
It's funny you say that, Mike. There's a famous story in my family that my father, I think this was around the time I was born, had a nose trimmer and it shut off and it was stuck in his nose. He couldn't get it out. So I think of that anytime it gets close to my nose.
Well, if you have a wife that's a esthetician, sometimes she'll wax your nose for you, and other times she'll just grab tweezers and pull out hairs when you're not expecting it.
I will say, Josh, that as time goes on, wives don't care about extraneous hair, because I could have a hair sticking to my ears. No one will tell me until I discover it. But when I was in my 20s, like, oh, let's get that. She don't care. She can't see, I think, because is that a hair sticking out? Or is that your brain? I don't know.
Wow. Well, thank you for for enduring that, Mike. I believe that was important.
I feel just a little bit more awake than I did before.
Yeah.
Than I usually do on Thursday.
Going back to the mac and cheese ice cream for a second, I saw a recipe on Facebook the other day that was those flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Put in a little bit of water and it melts. Don't ask me what's going on here. It melts down, and then they take a handful of lime flaming hot Cheetos, melt that down. Okay.
Okay.
Now it's all liquidy, right?
Yeah.
And gross.
Then they take Then they take mac and cheese and sprinkle that on top and then mix that all together. Okay. Then they take the mac and cheese, or they take the mac, and then they make macaroni, and then they
Mac Davis.
Mac Davis, and then they make that, and then they pour it on top. And the woman making it was like super healthy looking, and I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah,
it sounds.
You're making like this is kale and drink.
He just makes flaming hot Cheetos into milk and then add Coca-Cola and then Mentos, and it makes a flamethrower.
Well, you know what? I had a friend for many years, and she. Well, I guess I'm sure we're still friends.
Chris.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. She
and here she is.
She's very skinny. She lost tons of weight. We used to be friends in high school or whatever, and she was a little heavier or whatever. And so
is she gonna be okay with the fact that you just announced that she lost tons of weight?
She did. No, she's very proud of it. She talks about it all the time. Well, the interesting thing about her is she also makes desserts like on a regular basis, but she'll never eat them. She's like, she refuses to eat them, but she's the one who makes it. So perhaps that lady does the same thing. Like basically makes this crazy stuff and then throws it out or something.
Maybe
just tempts the world.
Hear me out on this one. Maybe she makes crazy recipes to get Facebook likes and gain advertisement money from millions of views, and then doesn't do anything with it. But
do people do that? Do people do that?
Boy, do they ever.
I think this is Chris. I think your friend's a supervillain.
Could be.
That's
like, I've lost all this weight, and now I'm going to make desserts for everyone, so they will endure what I had to. You find her doing that?
Yeah.
Around the corner when everyone's eating, like they fell for it.
After she makes friends with her old high school enemies, and then after a couple of years, she's like, "Now you're fat."
Then she's like in the laboratory going, work on that mac and cheese ice cream like I've told you.
Norm, Chris did not get the Mac Davis reference.
That's accurate. I did not. Thank you, Norm, for picking up on that.
He passed away, Chris. And I'll give you a hint. He also passed away the same day that Helen Reddy died. Okay.
Okay, stop it.
I do all the heavy lifting here.
Chris doesn't know who Helen Reddy is.
Helen Reddy. I don't know who Helen Reddy is. You guys make up names after that.
Hit was written by.
I'm convinced you guys are just making up names. All right, these people.
You don't know. Really, you don't know who Helen Reddy is.
Helen Reddy is related to Heaven Can Wait.
The movie?
Never mind.
Did you ever see Pete's Dragon? Not the current, not the Bryce Dallas Howard one, but the Helen Reddy one.
When I was
Holy
a kid.
cow.
The Helen Reddy one. Yeah. Was Helen Reddy in that one?
Did you ever hear the song "I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar"?
Yeah,
that's Helen Reddy.
No, actually, I haven't. I'm familiar with it.
You've never heard of it? You're familiar with it?
I'm familiar with the title. The title. Yeah, maybe I need to come up with references for you guys. All right,
you should.
Yeah.
Delta Dawn. That was a big one. I remember that one. Everybody playing that one when I was a kid. Delta Dawn. That was her big hit then.
Well, I thought that was Tanya Tucker. Did Helen Reddy cover that too?
I think so. I thought that was when she was. Let me look it up here.
Chris, look it up.
Okay. I don't know how to spell that.
It's called Tanya Tucker.
Helen.
You remember Tanya Tucker? For a while there, she was dating Glenn Campbell back in the late 70s, early 80s. You know Glenn Campbell?
No. I don't know any of these people.
You're right. That was originally Tanya Tucker, but I know Helen Reddy covered it because that was like her big thing.
Honestly, this should one day on my 40th birthday, I need you to invite all these people that I have no idea who they are, old celebrities, invite them into a room, and I'll just be so confused the whole time.
Well, speaking of Helen Reddy, Tanya Tucker, and Mac Davis, scientists have created the whitest color ever.
I think this is an interesting story. Of all the points in history, they chose 2021 to create the whitest paint ever.
Do you guys want to have a joke off? Do we want to make jokes about how white this paint is, or are we going to do that?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna say this paint is so white that it gentrifies neighborhoods.
This paint is whiter than Mitt Romney in a snowstorm.
This paint is so white, it defended itself by saying it doesn't see color.
This paint. This paint is so white, makes Macaulay Culkin look like Donald Trump.
This paint is so white it feels too guilty to be shown.
All right, everyone listening and watching, go ahead and write us your how white is this paint? Let's see who has the best joke.
Oh, good. I appreciate that. What?
Chris wins that one. It's not even just because it's his birthday, but also that's a great.
I think that was a good one, Chris.
Thanks. I appreciate that. What made it white though?
Was Micah awake? Who wrote that joke just now?
Yeah,
she texted it to me. She
slipped it through the door. Excuse me.
Yeah. There's not very much to say. It's just an ultra white paint that actually cools a building as if it had air conditioning.
Nice. Okay.
We could use some of that here.
Yeah,
we could actually for real.
I like this story. A rock collector finds rare gemstones that look like Cookie Monster.
Oh,
here's a picture of one.
Wow.
Is that amazing or what? That looks just like Cookie Monster.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
Me got to be like rock.
Are they going to have people lining out of the door to see him like they do with Mother Teresa potato chips?
I hope they do. I would pay to see. Rock Cookie Monster. Come on, man.
Please form a line to see the sacred Cookie Monster rock.
I have to share this. Norm said this paint is so white it puts raisins in its potato salad. That's pretty accurate. Why do people put raisins in their potato
I've never heard of that.
What?
In my life.
Oh man.
I've heard of people doing
not in
it.
Potato salad.
Yeah. I've seen
That's wrong.
I agree.
Well,
that is wrong.
What do you think would happen if The Rock played Cookie Monster, like in like a live action Sesame Street movie, Hobbs and Shaw style?
He should. Like, Cookie, and then he'd just be huge. He really should do that.
Again, this is just amazing to me how much that looks like Cookie Monster. It's a rock that. Here's one that looks like Kermit.
Is that a Brussels sprout? Brussels sprout.
It's a gem.
If you're watching this show, Mike somehow just spent time going on Google to find a Brussels sprout. I think whatever
it's a green rock. It is a stone. It is a.
That's not a stone.
It is a.
It's got leaves. It's leafy.
No, it is a gemstone.
Everyone knows that.
That's a gemstone. Hi ho, I'm Kermit the Gemstone. Tonight on the Gemstones. Cookie Monster. Oh. Yeah.
So this was a great story. I read this yesterday. I thought this is hilarious. There's a guy that's online sending direct messages and so forth. He's in desperate need. He claims that he's a time traveler that's stuck in 2027. And he's warning that all humans have become extinct. He's the only one left. Somehow electricity and the internet are still working for him, however. But yeah.
I didn't hear this. That's cool. I love time travel.
Is it Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
No. What if he's like stuck? Did you ever watch Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser, and they get stuck in the bomb shelter? What if that happened? What if this guy he's like, oh man, I'm going to go in the bomb shelter for 2020, not get this COVID stuff, and then all of a sudden it's 2027. And he's like, "Where is everyone?" And you're like,
"The only problem with that, Josh, is it would be 2027 for all of us. It's not 2027, you see."
Yeah, but what if he fell asleep?
What if
doesn't matter? Falling asleep doesn't move you faster through time.
It sure does. It's okay. You go to sleep, and then you wait, and then you stay awake the whole night. You tell me which one goes by faster, Mike.
What if he
That's
what if he
science.
fell asleep and the power went out,
Science.
Mike? The power went out, and then he woke up and his computer like said, "Oh, it's 2027." He's like, "Oh no, what happened to me? All my parents are gone."
All my parents.
Both
I
of them.
was-
Well, I come from
Okay.
a divorced family, so there's two sets of parents.
I was just reading this time travel thing, and obviously, it's a lie. But do you guys spend time on TikTok or just me?
Yeah.
So is that like a funny reference to the fact that time is going by TikTok?
No, TikTok is filled with liars. Okay, that's the first thing you need to know. Half of TikTok is filled with, I'm gonna surprise my spouse by coming in the middle of the day, and then she walks in, she's like, "Oh no, he's cheating on me!" Like the TikTok just constantly makes
clickbait
stuff up.
I've seen
Yeah.
a couple of those videos recently, and they're
yeah.
well produced, but they're horrible.
For sure, they're well produced.
Is that the one? Is TikTok where they always have somebody holding cue cards that people are supposed to read, and they flip them down slowly over time?
Yeah.
No, that's the Merv Griffin show, I think.
I think that's look at this, Merv Griffin.
Wow, look at you,
Wow. Wow, Chris.
I did it.
Chris. Like Phil Donahue over here.
You know who'd be real proud of you, Chris, is Carson Daly.
And Mike Douglas.
There you go. Mhm.
Not Mike
Anyway.
Douglas, the actor.
No, I guess I should have
Mike Douglas,
clarified.
the person.
You know what? Chris reminds me of a young Mason Reese. Is it just me?
Stop it! I don't know these people.
Now you're like going. Now I don't even know. Now
Ooh, I dug for that one, but you brought up Michael Douglas, Mike. So that was softball. Look, you got to look up Mason Reese now.
Have any of these names been fake?
He's no Rodney Allen Rippey.
none of them. They are
Wow.
all real. Let me
Mason
throw another
Reese
one
and
at
Rodney
you,
Allen Rippey are
Chris.
the
Have you
two
ever heard
people.
of Bruce Springsteen?
Yes. Yes, that's my uncle. Actually, comes to
Bruce
parties.
Springsteen, as you know, was the star of Who's the Boss,
Of
and
course.
it ran for many years on ABC.
I only know about Who's the Boss because the main character guy, he did a daytime Tony
Danza.
Danza.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
a talk show that lasted 6 months, and I got to tell you, it was my favorite talk show I'd ever seen. But it only lasted 6 months because it was terrible. But I was like, "Whoa, who is this guy, Tony Danza?" I became a huge fan of him, and then I started to watch his sitcom.
I liked him
great.
because I found out that Elton John wrote that song about him, and I was like, that's amazing. Like, hold me closer, Tony Danza.
She was
You know,
originally written, it was
Yeah.
originally written for Ted Danson.
Yeah,
Ted Danza.
Teddy dancing.
Okay, you ready? Because
I love
this
Ted
never
Danson.
comes up, so I can do it. This is my Tony Danza impression from Who's the Boss, and it's his whole career. Mona Riga,
Angela.
Samantha, Uri Riga. All right,
I love that. I love that Chris thinks we've made up some of these names.
Yeah, for sure. You guys have. I'm convinced
It
of
did
it.
not. So you've never heard of Nipsey Russell then, ever?
Okay, all right. Who's Nipsey Russell?
watch any game show in the 70s.
Yeah.
And do you
You'll
like poems?
You'll find Nipsey Russell, Fannie Flagg, Brett Summers, all these people.
Oh,
Charles Nelson
here's-
Riley.
Yeah.
this is for Chris. Tony Danza's best role was Angels in the Outfield.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I saw Angels in the Outfield as a kid. That was my childhood. I think.
Is that what made you a fan of Tony Danza?
No, it was a stupid talk show that got canceled.
Danza.
In fact,
was
I wish I could share it to you guys. After the show, I'm gonna YouTube Tony Danza's talk show and see if I can send it to you.
I remember the show.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I watched one episode like most people. And then I like, what's Angels in the Outfield? What a horrible film. Just like there's little kids, and then Christopher Lloyd's like, he's gonna die. Because what child doesn't want that? Play on. They're gonna win. What? You can't do that to us.
Yeah.
And then I'm too old for this.
By the way, it's 2027 and I'm by myself. You boy.
It's your kids. We got. They're all gonna die in the future.
Whoa, Doc! You say Ted Danson's dying? No,
So
I'm not saying that, Marty.
Speaking of Back to the Future and going back to time travel issues, a few weeks ago we were talking about Tomorrow War, or Tomorrow Wars, or whatever it's called, and we said we told everybody to watch it so that we could talk about it. And then last week, I think Chris, you and Josh, you mentioned it, but we didn't really get a chance to talk about it because I have huge problems with this movie. First of all, Josh, I totally agree with you. Nothing in this movie made sense, and yet I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And I
thought
remember
it was scientifically proven and perfect.
I think one of you even said it was like Independence Day, or somebody. I heard somebody mention it's like, it was one of these big, epic, great movies. Independence Day 2 had its huge issues with any movie Jeff Goldblum's in. I always think, okay, scientifically that makes zero sense. He always plays this scientist that doesn't make any sense at all.
Right.
They're like, Jeff, what's the molecular breakdown of this? He goes, life finds a way. You're like, no, that's not the ant.
So Tomorrow War, there's a point in that movie where, just so everybody knows, it's a time travel movie. He has to travel forward in time to fight bad guys. And at one point he has to come back. And then a mechanism for getting forward is broken, so he can't get back forward again, even though he has the solution. So the premise is that humanity has a solution to this problem, but can't figure out how to go forward in time. Let me repeat that. They can't figure out how to go forward in time. I just want to make sure everybody's clear that they're not sure how to go forward in time.
It just proves how whoever wrote it, this generation, has no patience.
That's a good point.
We're stuck.
It's like my son once told me, he goes, "Hey, I figured out how to time travel. I can only go forward and only at normal speed, but I figured it out." Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Definitely when you get to the end and they were just like, how are we going to get this to the future? It's like, well, I mean, you just live, really.
I think everybody watching that movie thought the same thing, but yeah, it's like, that seems like an obvious thing they should address.
Look, I have the antidote.
I know.
Just stay there.
Okay.
I'm on my way, future.
Yeah, I did feel like their strategy of being like, let's get to him first. It's like, well, then you practically woke him up like 4 years earlier, which kind of really messed everything up. Like I'm still convinced that they're alive.
Let me throw this at you too. Well, shoot, I can't say that without really spoiling it, but
just do it. Nobody cares.
We figured out they came from this continent. Well, let's just go over there and kill them. Oh, and they went to that continent and landed right where they are, of course, even though all they knew is it came from a continent. Also, the volcano expert, what is that called? A volcanist? Volcanist? A Vulcan. They went to the world's leading Vulcan expert, a 12-year-old. To get,
I believe it was Urkel.
Yeah, for real.
That movie was so ridiculous. It was so fun to watch. I loved it.
I don't understand what problems you're having with this movie. I honestly, for the life of me, everything makes perfect sense.
All right. This is what I told my son, because my son was walking in and out of the room going, "So is it any good?" And this is what I said to him: "It's great. It's just not satisfying."
Really? Wow. I felt very satisfied with it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, but
I
was
did too.
Extremely frustrated.
Like,
I worked at Microsoft at the time that Independence Day came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the solution to the alien problem in that one was, well, we'll just write a little bit of computer virus and inject it into their systems, because they were running Windows, of course. Like, what the heck? It was so ridiculous.
Yeah,
everybody loved. I loved that movie. It was great.
Yeah. One of their major deleted scenes in that movie was the AOL logon. It lasted like 2 minutes.
And then as soon as
Jeff Goldblum was sitting around, and he's like, "Hey, does anyone have any extra minutes on their AOL CD? I got."
Does somebody have a CD we can insert?
And Will Smith was like, "Shh, he's trying to communicate with us."
The fact also that the thing happened to take USB drives and stuff. That's pretty ridiculous. Also, the fact that as soon as they were able to connect to it, the first thing that happened was it said, "You've got mail." Anyway.
And it was.
I want to see the alien. That oh man, if we could watch like the alien version of "You've Got Mail," the movie, like where whatever their version of Tom Hanks. Boy, that
was kind of like E.T., wasn't it?
You've got mail.
E.T. kind of sent the first like text message via the
phone home. He phoned home.
What was the message? Pick me up.
Yeah. You left someone behind.
Dude, where are you? It's at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so I tease this at the beginning of the show. If you guys ever been part of a gym or had a personal trainer or anything, you've had to, or grew up ever, you had to do burpees at one point. These were my least favorite exercise. This was something that was really popular when I was in boot camp. It was burpees. You had to do all these burpees. So a Brazilian athlete breaks the world record with 951 burpees in a row. 951.
Wow.
Yeah.
Couldn't do 49
comments
more.
I know, right?
I like honestly for real. Like I mean, I want to puke after like 10.
Yeah.
Like oh man, I can't even imagine doing 951. They said he did it to celebrate his 35th birthday. So, anyways, so Chris, you have 4 years, 4 years to train, and then come back in 4 years, and we're gonna break the record, 952.
There you go. I think I'll do one burpee for every 50 years I turn because I don't believe that they're scientifically proven to do anything good in your life. I don't. I hate them. They're terrible.
Science.
And he said he did. So he had 1 hour to complete them.
Okay.
And his aim was 1,000. Of course, he fell short because he's a loser. And so,
wow.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Can you just imagine like being like the kind of person who just thinks to yourself, oh man, I love burpees. I can do more than anyone else burpees.
What do you do immediately following when you're done? They're like, time. Do you just collapse into the fetal position and be like, I'm an idiot?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh wait, he's Brazilian.
Rhabdomyosis. Oh.
Yeah. There was a guy that his pride and joy was he ate the most like cockroaches or some crazy stupid bug. But then it was like hundreds, and then he walked outside and he died. So I feel bad for him, but he did.
Turns out that guy was a lizard person, and then you guys don't eat all these cockroaches. Okay, fine. If you're not gonna have them, I'll have them.
Like, he unhinged his jaw and then just put them all in. Yeah,
right.
So a guy ate 100 cockroaches and then died.
Yeah, he did. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, can Johnny? Does Johnny say happy birthday yet?
Can you say happy birthday?
No.
Okay.
Can you say good morning?
I can, but
Okay.
nope. Yeah, I can, but I'm SAG, so I can't.
I'm sad. Yeah, he has a SAG card, so he's very. That's why you don't see him often on my stuff.
Yeah, he's a real Mort Sal.
I know Mort Sal. Actually, I got you there.
Right.
I know Mort Sal. I've worked with Mort Sal, and you certainly know Mort Sal.
Exactly.
Best friends with Mort Sal. I also know Taylor Dane, but only because of a comedy bit. That's it.
Oh, Tignataro.
Great bit. But
it's
yeah,
a great bit.
If you guys wanted me to impress you, it would be Taylor Dane.
Have you guys seen the sequel to The Quiet Place?
I have. I actually went to. That was the first movie I saw back in theaters. Like a month ago when it came out, and I was very.
I had never seen the first one, but the second one came out and everybody was raving about how good it was. And it was even better than the first one. It was just so good. And so I made myself watch the first one, and I subsequently called Brian and complained about it, because that's what I do. I watch movies and complain about them. I do.
What movie have you not called me and complained about?
Every time I watch a movie, I call him. Have you seen this? Because I got some complaints.
You know what Mike loves? Mike loves a TV series that no one else will watch and gets canceled in the first season. Right? You ever watch Glowing Marbles? It's a great show. It's a great show. It's about this guy, and then he's got a wife with a lazy eye. It's really amazing.
He's got a wife with a lazy eye.
Oh my gosh.
I believe that. There are
Glowing
some
Marble. Look for it on the.
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring something up. Mike, or no, it was Brian, I think, that had said that Netflix had originally said that they are not bringing back Manifest no matter what. Well, now there's too many people that have signed this petition, and Netflix is considering bringing it back. Now, with that being said, Mike and
I stopped watching it only because Brian told me it was canceled in the middle of the story.
It might come back.
I said it so everyone on the Morning Laugh would write in. Hello, you're welcome.
Yeah, of course. Here's my problem with the show. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. There are so many plot holes. The story is really dumb. The dialogue is so melodramatic. And then the thing that's the worst is that the daughter is like running the whole show. Like the daughter was like, "You two need to go out on a date." This is like in the beginning of the season 1. I was like, "Who are you?"
I only watched the first few episodes because then Brian convinced me that I will get too frustrated because it ends. But even in that, you're right. The biggest plot hole to me was that this crazy incident happens. Nobody knows why, and then they just move on with their lives like nothing's happened.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what you mean? You're not all on talk shows 24/7. You're not being inundated by people. Like, what happened to you?
Well,
tell me more.
They pulled a classic. I'm pretty sure these writers of this show moved on to write shows on PureFlix because they pulled the classic Christian movie things where it's like something very supernatural happens and then they don't believe it. They're like, that couldn't be accurate. It's like in this show, they're like 5 years in the future and they're like, "Oh, I still believe in science." I'm sorry, I'm so confused. What are you talking about? Why would you say it like that?
The true miracle of that show, though, is that the kid who's sick,
Yeah.
In season 3, he's a much better actor. just an observation. So
he just becomes a better actor.
Well, you know what's weird too is they started bringing out the elements of the drama, like the lady cop and the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
The glances, the looks. It's like I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So it's too much.
I love the fact that it's the writers that write PureFlix movies.
They really are. I'm like, what am I watching? I've been waiting for any of them to come to Jesus, which is cool, but it's like, oh,
because for Christian movies, PureFlix has tried, but they just fall short. By the way, this is brought by Lord TV.
Lord TV is a streaming channel. Mike and I both ended up being in a pilot for it. So it's just a shameless plug. Thank you, Mike.
It is Lore.tv. Check it out.
It's
not for everybody. There are people that feel that they are. Well, you see, if you go check it out, I love it. I love everybody involved with it. I think it's great, but it certainly is ruffling feathers.
Yeah, Mike and Chris are part of this Lure TV, and then Josh and I went to lunch the day you guys were shooting.
Yeah.
So I just thought I wanted to put that out. This segment brought to you by Anzio's.
But you don't have a logo, Brian. Where's your logo?
I'm sorry, I didn't know this is where product placement was supposed to go.
So. Always be prepared. If you are listening to the podcast, I want you to know that we have had my toddler just sitting on my lap for the past 10 minutes making faces.
He's doing great. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's just chilling, and I appreciate all of you guys. He's yawning a lot, but it's been fantastic. Yeah. He does this thing. So
he is yawning because he is listening to the show.
I'll tell you something funny about Johnny. Because I have a beard, I comb my beard a lot. So he started taking up on the habit, and I don't know if you saw him, but a few minutes ago he was doing that. He just grabbed his he always does like this part. And it's like, you don't have a beard, but he does it because I have a beard.
It's a beard in training.
I had to grow a beard for that pilot that we were filming, and I couldn't stop doing the stroking the chin thing.
Let's back up a second.
A beard? Mike, do you mean my wife?
Mike, you did not have to grow a beard. You chose to grow a beard. Secondly, all the weight you gained for the part 2, you didn't gain weight for the part. Okay? So, just back it up.
Hey, you know, we as actors, we get to make these choices, and you know, it made sense.
You think I'm wearing this shirt because I want to?
Is Johnny all excited because it's National Mango Day? Is that what's getting?
Yeah, he is. Going? He loves National Mango Day. It's his favorite, right?
I like that look.
Yeah.
He's like,
let's see what. I'm excited about National Rat Catchers Day. Finally,
yeah.
Finally, a special day for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's about time that the rat catchers get devocalized. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm praying for equal pay for them too.
It's funny that all that falls on National Hammock Day too.
We're running out of time, so let's go ahead. Where are you guys going to be at? Mike, where are you going to be?
I think the next. I don't have anything public. I think the next public thing I have is with you, Josh, in Nashville.
Yeah. What day is that? What is that?
That's on the 6th of August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
There you go. Wait, the 6th of August?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, you guys.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, you want to go to Anzio's with me on that day?
Yeah, could we?
Chris, where are you going to be?
August 6th, I will be at Clean Comedy USA in Scottsdale. August 7th, I will be at Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Arizona. So, yeah.
Congrats. All right. That's awesome.
It'll be fun.
Brian.
Let's see. I will be in I don't know my states well enough. Somewhere I'll be in Rhode Island, I believe on the 12th or 13th, and New Hampshire. New Hampshire on the 12th, Rhode Island on the 13th of August. I believe that's to be true. Oh, and then next week I will be on Rhonda Corey's 100th episode of Talk is Cheap.
Wow. Congrats. What an episode.
What an episode. We'll get there, guys.
We'll get there. Yeah, we're
in a year,
we'll be halfway.
We're on 2,900 right now.
No, we don't do that.
I like that. Hey, by the way, everybody, we are adding dates to our tour. Go to generationallyfunny.com to get information on that tour. And if you would like us to come to your town, let us know. And then we will force you to connect us with your local church leaders so that we can arrange that.
Let's see. So this weekend I'm not doing much. Next weekend I will be at the Tempe Improv with Ryan Hamilton. The weekend after that we will be in Nashville. So August 6th we're doing a thing at the VFW Post 1970, and then we have more things coming up very soon. So if you like us, hate us, want to kill us, just go ahead. You know where we're at now. So come out and say hi.
I have a
they hate us because they ain't us.
Anus?
Did you say anus?
He said anus.
Hate us because they ate us.
They anus because they anus. What? Chris, this is a Christian.
This is where I'm going to ask everyone to just stop talking.
Yeah, we have plenty of shows coming up. Just going to generationallyfunny.com and grab your tickets. I'm seeing Utah. Norm, let's talk off the show so we can figure out getting over to Utah. But yeah, we will see you guys soon. Why am I closing out? Oh, because I'm the host. That's right. We have. Wait, do we wait? Do I wait 45 more seconds?
No.
Yes.
If you want.
We don't. Otherwise, people didn't get what they paid for.
Let Johnny close it out.
Johnny, is there anything you want to say? Perfect. Yeah. Anything else?
Just say generationallyfunny.com and then spell it out for everybody.
Yeah. Generationally funny. Hey, Johnny, can you say generationallyfunny.com? No. Okay, I can't either. No.
You can also go to cross-eyedcomedy.com if that's easier, and it'll direct you to the same place ultimately.
And if there are tickets up, people are buying tickets.
Yeah, they're flying off the shelves.
Flying off the shelves.
The reason we keep the tickets on the shelves, by the way, is because we're kind of old school here.
Yeah, we printed up a bunch, which was
and they're
wrong.
on shelves.
All right. Well, guys, I think that's it for the show. I think we lost.
Very dismissive, Josh. I have to tell you, we're talking, and you're like, okay, then.
Anyway. Everything broke.
Yeah, everything broke. So I just thought one of us has to take over.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, Chris, happy birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Have
Christopher.
a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Everyone go have a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And remember Chris Wineland today.
I appreciate it.
He didn't
Thank
die.
you, guys.
Everyone just have a piece of cake and just remember Chris in your prayers today. And his
I'm not
family.
saying go to a cemetery and plop a piece of cake down. I'm saying have cake and remember Chris. This is how I
do this.
I want cake is what I'm saying. I'm going to go bug my wife and say, it's Chris's birthday. I couldn't be with him.
Thoughts and prayers to Chris's family.
He's just going to walk by the cake. He's going to hand it to people and says, do this in remembrance of me.
Oh, gosh.
If you recall, this show started with Josh as the one saying, it's hard to believe he's going to be gone in 8 years. You remember that? You remember that? Okay, so.
All right,
well, thank you guys so much for watching The Morning Laugh, and we'll see you next week.
All right.